Hey everyone, and happy holidays. Whether you're celebrating Christmas, New Year's, or just simply enjoying the season, I hope you're having all a great time. So now, Marvel Rivals has now officially entered 2026, which means they've gone through a full year and then some since launch, and that's great because obviously I'm a fan of the game. With season 5.5 being like the most recently released and whatnot, and it being out for 3 weeks or so, which has introduced like the newest character, which was Rogue, and honestly, that was great because I'm a huge fan of Rogue. And now recently, the female Loki skin, which has come out, and I mean, some of you might have guessed, but the skin has led to a noticeable influx of Loki players. But yeah. And so some of the biggest winners in this game were like most notably Invisible Woman and Gambit. And from these like characters, there has been a bit of a debate now, or an online discussion, mainly around like 2 points. Most notably was the supports feel a little overpowered in general, and how they can heal a lot. Most supports, obviously, and how like Invisible Woman and Gambit in particular, which I think even supports at this point are starting to agree that they are viewed as a little too strong and could possibly need a nerf in this game. I don't know. Some people might disagree with me still, because a lot of people like buffs over nerfs, but that's what I've seen online at least. But like from my perspective personally, since I play mostly as flex player, from my perspective as a flex player that's mostly stuck on tank at in the like silver 2 lobbies, I found it like harder to secure, not secure eliminations, but like harder to do stuff, right? Because due to like the intense crowd control and the high amounts of healing output, when I'm like fighting off when I'm going face to face against another tank, it really depends on which healer is like doing better at healing us, like the tanks. Because when my team support, or if because like during a fight, if my team support isn't able to out-sustain the enemies, I'll often end up losing the engagement, even if I start off with an advantage, and that to me is like very, I don't know why I find that wild, but that's probably a personal thing. I don't know if it is, but yeah. So like in these situations, usually you're like forced to do one of two things. You either back off, get healed, right, and then come back again in like a different place, like go for another engagement where it's like maybe to your advantage or something else, right? Like you have to look for another opportunity, which can be kind of rough. So the other option is to just ignore the tank, right, and then push up and try and disrupt their backline, maybe even get a pick or two, and hopefully go from there. But like lately though, I don't know whether it's due to my rank, due to my like just bad skill, or if it's maybe even like recently the support buffs that they've gotten. But whenever I try and just ignore the tank and go to the backline to disrupt, especially as Thor, right, who is known for being like a high damage dealing tank, I struggle, and it can be kind of rough for me to even disrupt, like not to even get picked to disrupt because of how quickly I can get popped sometimes. Maybe that's due to like me not getting heals. Maybe it's due to me just being bad. Like honestly, I've been bronze 3 for most of the time, and this is my first time in bronze 2, in silver 2 for crying out loud. So I could be just a bad player, right? But like from my experience, if I push past the tank and try and just even disrupt, I'm more likely to die before I even do much disruption or anything. And so like after watching some online videos from streamers, content creators, I'm really curious on what everyone's take in the community is, what everyone thinks about the state of the game and where it's heading. Because like for example, one video I've seen is like Flats, where he recently argued about maybe every character should get a nerf because power creep has gone to such a crazy point. Basically, he pointed out how like the sustain is defining the meta, which places too much weight on your team's healers, essentially, right? And his suggestion to fix this was to either nerf everyone across the board, or to buff Vanguard and Duelist damage, since strategists seem to have the biggest impact right now in the game, which I think is an interesting take. I don't know whether I agree or disagree with either of the options, but if I had to choose, I might lean towards nerfing everyone. I don't know what's everyone else's thought, but yeah, if you guys disagree or have some other opinions or suggestions, yeah, let me know. I want to hear what everyone thinks, what the situation is, what the community's thoughts are. I know like most of the time in the community there's a lot of disagreement. There are some things that people agree on, like maybe Invis and Gambit being too strong. I know like one thing I think everyone's gonna agree on at this point is that me personally, I've seen several posts of this, and I honestly agree with them as well, is that the optimization for this game is a little, it really needs to be optimized, because given that it's like over 100 gigabytes in file size, it's got like performance heavy graphics causing like lags and crashes like before, especially in Season 1, Season 2 maybe, and even up to Season 3 probably. It would really benefit from like optimization so that it can run smoothly on a wider range of PCs and even like consoles like the PS4, because god, that's wild that it like runs really poorly on the PS4. And yeah, I feel like that's this thing like where it needs to be optimized is really important if it wants to welcome more like casual players who don't prioritize like strong hardware or like heavy hardware to have fun in a game that's supposed to be casual friendly. But yeah, so I mean, that's basically all the things I would like to see like Marvel Rivals improve. But like, I want to give a huge shout out to the team behind making Marvel Rivals, because they have honestly created such a fun game. It's been a blast to play, and I've enjoyed it. I hope a lot of people have, because there seems to be a healthy number of players there, and I hope it continues to grow and improve. And I'm glad that Marvel Rivals was made as a game, because it's so fun, right? It being casual focused is an interesting take, but I feel like it was a smart move for sure too, because of how many people, how many players there are, and how like easy it is to get into games. If I could make one wish of like things they could do in the future, definitely I would want like a more permanent and like well-built like avoid teammate system, if that's possible, because I know like right now there's a limit of only 3 avoid teammates, and it's not permanent or something like that. So that's kind of rough, especially with like some players being toxic and stuff. They can be really a nuisance. And I feel like some people are gonna disagree or hate me on this, but if possible, maybe another version of her where she's designed as a strategist would be awesome. Please, if that's possible. But I think most people don't want that. Very few agree, so if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's fine. And then, yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about in this video. If anyone watching until this point, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. That's great. Hey, honestly, I would say go and play some Marvel Rivals right now, but hey, if you watched to this point, thank you so much. If you have any thoughts, opinions, hopes for the future game, I'd love to hear it. Let me know. Put it all down in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching to this point, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.